cases within our premises was less than 1%. In fact, at one point, the Ministry of Health told us to stop testing en masse and go targeted now. From our industry point of view, what we should be seeing is that instead of the Ministry of Health deliberately locking us down every time there is a spike, what they should be doing is actually investigating how we are able to keep infections so low in an industry that has very high person-to-person contact. But every time there is a spike, the minister goes out there and announces shut down hotels, shut down everything, tourism. But on the flip side, we are seeing political rallies continuing, which attract a lot of people. We are still seeing places of worship continuing. Some don't follow protocol. We are now we are seeing matatus can go back to full capacity with no protocols. So it leaves us wondering, why are we being classified like that?
Now, ODM leader Raila Odinga says there is urgent need to stamp out massive corruption in government and state agencies. In a statement this morning on how to address human resource and infrastructure challenges within the health sector, the former Prime Minister said the alleged loss of COVID-19 funds at the Kenya Medical Supplies Agency should be a wake-up call. KEMSA has been on the spot since last year after it emerged that the public may have lost billions of shillings through dubious procurement of COVID-19 related supplies. Raila says the agency has become a pale shadow of its otherwise viable former self and that the medical supply agency needed to capture its lost ground. According to Odinga, restructuring KEMSA would save the country from further loss of public funds to graft. Farmers through Fresh Produce Consortium of Kenya, National Potato Council of Kenya and Cereal Growers Association have lodged a petition with Parliament seeking to review and overturn a recommendation to ban all agricultural inputs in Kenya banned in Europe. Environmentalist and organic farming group petitioned Parliament to ban use of 262 molecules used in the manufacture of various farm inputs. Now, according to the Fresh Produce Consortium of Kenya, National Potato Council of Kenya and Cereal Growers Association, the committee did not review the European Union policy that led to the ban. The three organizations argue that the rest of the world blanket has disputed the ban, terming it as an unscientific trade barrier. FPC CEO Okisegere Ojepat says effecting the ban will cut Kenya's GDP by more than 20%.
Facing a challenge of invasion of different pests that are alien to this country and that are detrimental to the agricultural sector. And an example is false codling moth that is really ravaging our roses and our chilies that have also slowed down those processes. Secondly, we have Tuta absoluta that has really caused trouble when it comes to our tomatoes. We have false armyworm, and we continue having locust invasion that in the recent past. Really, if we did not have plant protection products, I really don't know how we are going to have this. We would like to appeal to Parliament to reconsider this process and throw it back to the stakeholders. Our view and our request is that the agriculture experts be given an opportunity, together with competent authorities in this country, to review the entire processes. The effect that for us is that if we withdraw all these molecules, our agriculture is going to go down, and there's a likelihood we are going to lose more than 80% of our production due to the withdrawal of these products. And therefore, that means that we are going to lose at least 20% of our GDP with immediate effect. And of course, that is going to make us a net importer as a country of food that we eat, and it's going to really cause deficiency and malnutrition. And we already know that more than 2 million Kenyans are already facing starvation.
When we talk about removing these crop protection products from the markets, one of the things that we need to look at is we are growing the staples in an environment that is very unique from any other environment under the sun.
All that we're asking the government is to really consider and bring all experts on board so that this decision that is going to be made really is something that is going to be really thought out, and even as it affects the industry, at least we'll be looking back and saying the experts engaged and they made the best decision regarding the same.
Now, price of teas at the Mombasa Tea Auction has increased for the third week in a row, a month since the government introduced the minimum reserve price for teas. Prices of teas from KTDA managed factories improved marginally at auction to fetch an average of 264 shillings per kilogram compared to 250 shillings during the previous week's auction. During the auction in the first week of August, KTDA managed factories offloaded 84% of all teas offered at the market, down from 87% sold the previous week. Prices of tea at the Mombasa Tea Auction have been on a downward trend since 2018 and had this year slid below 200 shillings, threatening to push farmers to losses due to the low selling prices that could not cover production costs. In his market update last week, KTDA Holdings acting CEO Wilson Mudaura noted that the improvement in price and absorption of KTDA teas is welcome and is a reflection that tea buyers appreciate the need for sustainable tea farming. Well, that's it for business briefs at this hour. My name is Kelvin Nyakundi.
Business doesn't wait. Why should you? Get updated with the latest business news on the go. It's simple. SMS the word news to 20146 and receive breaking news on the go. What are you waiting for? SMS news to 20146 now.